Hey guys, my name is Beth, and I'm going to be talking about symbolic interactionism today. If you're in a comm theory class or a class like comm theory, you've probably already talked about this or you're going to talk about it. My goal today is to help you guys understand the concept a little bit better and maybe expand upon some of the ideas in it. Most of my hard information is coming from my own comm theory textbook. It's called A First Look at Communication Theory. It's the 9th edition. The authors are Griffin, Ledbetter, and Sparks. Okay, so some of the quick facts. The concepts surrounding symbolic interactionism came about by George Herbert Mead, and his scholarly work was published by his students in a book called Mind, Self, and Society. The term symbolic interactionism, however, was coined by Herbert Bloomer. Symbolic interactionism lies in the sociocultural tradition of communication, and if you are taking a communication theory class, you already know that that lies in the middle of the objectivist and interpretivist scale. The biggest idea in symbolic interactionism is that humans act towards people or things according to the meanings that they assign to those people or things. We assign people and things these meanings through social situations. Social situations are our interactions with other people. Another aspect of this theory is the looking glass self. The looking glass self is our concept of ourself and our identity. Mead argues that this concept is created through interactions with other people, and we create it by assessing the responses that we receive from other people. There are many critiques to this theory, but the one I really want to focus on today comes from Levinas. It's called the ethical twist. Mead argues, as I said earlier, that our image of ourself or our self-concept comes from how others respond to us. But Levinas argues that that self-concept comes from the way that we respond to others, shifting the responsibility onto us. So instead of the meaning that is created in social situations shapes our identity, Levinas would say that the meaning that we create in social situations shapes our identity. You can still see a lot of these types of arguments even on social media posts. I see a lot of things on my timeline about self-confidence and realizing your identity and shaping who you are. So these are just two of the things that I might see on my newsfeed. Mead would argue on this side that when you hear something said about you enough, you start to believe it. So this is the concept that we realize our identity through the way that others respond to us. On the other side of the argument, Levinas may argue that you are confined only by the walls that you build yourself. So in this case, you're the one responsible for how you view yourself and what your identity is. I hope this helped you realize a little bit more about symbolic interactionism and maybe grapple with some of the concepts and think a little bit critically about it. Before you go, I want you to think about whose side are you on? Do you agree more with Mead or Levinas? And I encourage you to look into some of the other critiques in this theory and really think critically about them.